Firstly, I'd like to apologise for all the dogs barking in the background. It's not my dog, it's my neighbour over there's dog, my neighbour over there's dog, and my neighbour over there's dog. And they just seem to be having a little chat, and this has been going on for about an hour and a half now, so I just thought I would just apologise and just get on and film this video. This is my 9-week pregnancy update, and I thought I would just come on and, while I'm feeling quite good, update you guys. So today I am 9 weeks and 4 days pregnant, and it's the babies aren't here again. Mika and Aria are at nursery this morning. It's one of my, I only get 2 sessions a week where they are both together, so I have a quiet house barring the dogs. So I'm on my trusty baby centre, what your baby's doing this week website link, and it says, oh, I'm so out of breath, literally just talking makes me out of breath. I am so unfit. Your baby's essential body parts are in place, though they'll go through plenty of fine-tuning in the coming months. By now, his heart has finished dividing into 4 chambers, his nose and sense of smell are developing, and your baby's organs, muscles and nerves are all kicking into gear. With your baby's embryonic tail now gone, they're starting to look a bit more human. By the end of this week, they'll measure about 2.3 centimetres and weigh about 2 grams. This is roughly the size of a grape, so little bitty baby. Your baby's tiny ears are becoming more defined and will move into place soon. Hair follicles are also starting to form now. In the mouth, the first small taste buds are beginning to emerge on his tongue, and bulb-shaped buds in the gums will become recognisable milk teeth later in pregnancy. Although it's not possible to tell the sex of your baby by ultrasound yet, his genitals have now begun to form. His ankles and wrists are more developed and his fingers and toes are more clearly defined. His arms can bend at their elbows and are long enough for his hands to rest on his chest, where they will soon meet. His legs are lengthening too. Until this point, your ovaries have been in charge of producing progesterone, a hormone that is essential for your growing baby. However, your placenta has now developed enough to start taking over this critical job. It's also nearly ready to deliver all the nutrients your baby needs. So, I'll be honest, when I was pregnant with the girls, I never read these things, so I'm learning all this stuff along with you. But you're probably not learning it, you probably knew all this. I'm just rubbish. So this week, I am still feeling sick. However, I don't think I've been sick now for a week. Touch wood. My medication is definitely helping. It's not perfect, and I have to remember to take it. As soon as I take it, I have to eat. And then I am finding I'm having to eat every 2 hours, or I just start to feel sick again. So I'm knackered, absolutely knackered. I'm eating my own hair. I'm knackered all the time, and I'm getting up at about 5 o'clock because that's just once I'm awake, and I go downstairs and I'm having a bowl of Cocoa Pops in the morning, and then the girls and Ben get up about 7:30, and then I'm having a bit of toast. I haven't really eaten any big proper meals. The only thing my brain is telling me that I want to eat is cheeseburgers from McDonald's, and I know that isn't ideal. I have weighed myself this week, and I have actually lost a pound from when I found out I was pregnant. So we're down a pound, which is always good considering I had a lot of weight to lose anyway. But yeah, I know cheeseburgers aren't the answer, but I'm hoping that now the placenta is going to take over, that maybe I might start to feel a bit better, is what I'm hoping. I didn't with the girls. I felt sick from day 1 until the day they were born with both the girls. But this time it just feels different. It doesn't, with Mika and Aria, I felt the same shitness through both of them, to be honest. I didn't get medication with Mika because she was my first, and I literally could just sit about and do nothing. If I felt rubbish, I didn't have anyone else to look after other than Ben. And he can obviously look after himself because he is a grown-up. But I only had me and him, whereas when I was pregnant with Aria, I had Mika to look after. Mika was only 4 months old when I got pregnant with Aria, so I had a tiny baby to look after, and so I had to have medication. But this time I feel so much worse than I ever did. I thought it was bad with the girls, but the constant nausea, which is still there, especially if I don't eat, is just like nothing I've ever experienced in my life. It is absolutely horrible. Like getting out of breath just from talking makes me feel sick, and it seems to just be a bit of a vicious cycle. So I'm hoping now the placenta is going to take over a bit, that I might start to feel better, because it is really, really difficult feeling this sick all the time. I'm really grateful that I'm not being sick. Don't get me wrong, I'm really grateful that I'm not actually being sick anymore. That is very, very nice. But if I had to pick being sick or feeling sick, I'd pick being sick, because I can deal with that. It doesn't bother me in the slightest when I have to puke, but it's the feeling sick. That is just exhausting, I think. That is the best way to describe it. It is exhausting, just sitting there, just trying to make yourself feel better. It's just really hard. So I am really struggling with that this time. And today's a good day. So when it's a bad day, I literally can just lay on the sofa and sip juice and then just eat. I'm eating like a bag of Wotsits. And then 2 hours later I might have a cheese string, and then 2 hours later I might have a slice of bread or some crackers. But I haven't actually managed to have a proper dinner in, what are we now? I don't know, since before the sick bug, so a month nearly. I haven't had a proper dinner. I'm finding myself, if I want something to eat with the girls, I'm having like 2 fish fingers and a waffle, a potato waffle, and that's kind of just doing me for the minute. So yeah, other than that, my boobs are a little bit sore, but not massively. No headaches. I'm still really cold all the time. And it is cold. It was really icy this morning. It was like -3 when we woke up. But now it's 10:30 and I'm still really cold. I've got a hoodie, a jumper, a t-shirt, a vest and a bra, and I'm still cold. I would quite happily sit here with a duvet there, and I was tempted to put the duvet around me because I felt so cold, but I didn't. I don't think there's been any other symptoms this week, to be honest. I'll show you the belly, sort of show you the belly. There's a car seat behind you. Let me tilt you down a little bit. So I have my trousers pulled up, so it's partly still overhang my gunt, and like, as I said, I've lost weight, so I haven't gained any baby weight. That's just the belly at the moment. You can see the toggles from my comfy trousers. I haven't got any stretch marks or anything new ones anyway. I've always got stretch marks. Who hasn't got stretch marks? But yeah, the main thing is feeling sick, out of breath and cold is the symptoms for this month or this week. I am really anxious about the scan, and I just want the scan to happen. Like, I just want to fast forward the next 2 weeks and just have the scan, because I am so worried that something is wrong. And I think it's partly because I am not really going out. I'm just staying in the house because I feel so sick. I don't really want to go to other people's houses and feel sick or do anything. So I'm kind of just, and I haven't really had any friends around or anything, just because we've all been sick. So I'm just kind of on my own with the girls, and I think it's just given me a bit too much time to think. So I need to just, I want to fast forward to the 26th of February because that's when my scan is, and just see if everything's okay, because I've just got this horrible feeling of dread that something is wrong, and I've never felt like this before. So fingers crossed little baby is okay, but you just don't know until the scan. So I had a letter through from the doctors that I need to go for a blood test after my scan to check the baby's blood because I am Rhesus negative. I've got O negative blood, and they want to check my blood, and then they'll be able to tell what the baby's blood is and see if it's the same as me. If it is Rhesus negative as well, that means I don't have to have any anti-D injections. I can't remember if I've told you this already, but if the baby is Rhesus positive, then I will have to have the anti-D as scheduled. I'll leave a link down below because I'm rubbish at explaining what anti-D is, but you only need it if you're Rhesus negative, which I am. Mika is Rhesus positive and Aria is Rhesus negative, so I had to have them with Mika, and I had to have them with Aria, but then after she was born I didn't because she was the same as me. And now they've developed a blood test where they can test before she's born or before he's born, whoever this little baby wants to be. Yeah, so that was week 9. Sorry it was rambly, but my whole brain is quite rambly at the minute, so yeah, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, let's be friends, and hopefully there'll be a baby in some months.